Entire communities underwater, misery, heartbreak, and devastation. Iran is coping with massive floods for a second straight week after unprecedented rainfall. Hundreds of villages and towns in the west and southwestern regions of the country submerged.
Ahora mismo, miren lo que está pasando. Un tornado jalando agua del mar, mírenlo.
Being in a winter wonderland in April. I've just found another one that's been born. Смотри! Чего это?
A blizzard might not be what you expect in the middle of April, but it is a harsh reality that's sweeping across much of the Great Plains. In Colorado, the blizzard erased visibility and brought traffic to a standstill. More than 750 flights were canceled. The blizzard barreled into Kansas overnight, creating slick roads and whiteout conditions. South Dakota transportation officials shut down hundreds of miles of interstate and issued travel advisories.
olha só a hora que é agora, ó. Tô agora, nesse exato momento, aqui na Avenida Rio.
This was the scene in Franklin, Texas, after a tornado battered the small town. The toll, more than 60 buildings destroyed and a dozen people injured. The tornado's winds whipped the towns at 225 kilometers per hour. Savage weather is slamming several states across the US South, leaving death and destruction in its wake.
Ela botou num braço dele pra passar outro.
More than a dozen reported tornadoes just yesterday in 5 states. Cleanup from damaging winds underway there in Lancaster, South Carolina. And that powerful weather, look at this, on display in St. Petersburg, Florida, as huge chunks of road just disappear in Asheville, North Carolina.
Devastation, 360 degrees. This was the scene in Franklin, Texas, after a tornado battered the small town. The toll, more than 60 buildings destroyed and a dozen people injured.
Overnight, severe storms ripping through parts of the South, bringing heavy rain and damaging winds as the system marches north. In Florida, a vacationer capturing this wild scene. In Asheville, this car got stuck when it was submerged in deep water. The heavy rain pounded parts of Georgia, washing out this road just outside of Athens.
April the 19th, 2019.
A mudslide in southwest Colombia has buried homes in a small community, killing at least 17 people there. The disaster sparked by rains took place on the outskirts of a town around 3 a.m. local time.
Overnight, at least 2 reported tornadoes ripping through Texas. This laundromat in St. Augustine gutted, the brick walls completely torn down, and a gas station in ruins. That same storm dumping rain and sparking flash floods across the state, some parts receiving more than half a foot of rain.
Historic flooding across eastern Canada. At least 12 homes have been placed on mandatory evacuation order in Montreal's West Island. Meanwhile, the town of Lachute, west of Montreal, is completely surrounded by water. In New Brunswick, water levels are dropping in some of the areas, but it will be days before floodwaters recede.
It is relentless and it is perilous, but there is no way to escape it. A slow-moving weather system now sits on northern Mozambique, turning roads into torrents and small streams into major obstacles.